I love being visionary, but it's about changing a mindset and having people believe that they can when they think they couldn't. And that has always been a challenge, but I'm not afraid, and I haven't been afraid to pursue it. I first became interested in special education while I was going to college. I was working at a summer camp for Down syndrome students. In my own head, I never saw a place for them to be separate. When I moved on in my career and I became assistant principal at the High School of Telecommunications, and I asked the principal at the time, who happened to be Charles Amundsen, can I take half the class from special ed and half the class from the mainstream? And the students flourished. I mean, the pride, the grades, they took the Regents exam and they scored well. So other teachers in the school started coming up and saying, I'd like to try that. And it became a successful model, and other schools wanted to do the same. So when I arrived at Dorp High School in 1999, we had a register of about 1,600 students, somewhere around 80% attendance rate, a very low graduation rate. We took a bold move in 2005. So we actually did an internal redesign, and we went into 8 smaller learning communities where students get to really experience real life opportunities in that career focus. It has really changed lives. Along the way, we still found deficits in our students' writing. I was in touch with Judy Hockman, and so I called the Wynwood School and said, could we come up and visit? You know, we heard about this writing program, we think it's great. So I went up with a number of teachers, and we visited the school and walked around, and we saw that the writing of some of the 6th and 7th graders at Wynwood was clearer, more precise, and a whole lot more organized than some of our students were writing in their senior year. And that next day when they came home, they told us that they had never experienced anything so career and life-changing that they said, we have to do this. We have infused and implemented skill-building writing strategies in every single classroom, in every single subject, from English, social studies, math, science, our career courses, as well as physical education. And the students sometimes don't even realize they're being taught how to write. They speak accountably. They can go up and they can advocate for themselves. They can feel confident on an interview for an internship. And they can handle themselves in the real world. As a school system, we talk about the gains that the students have. But imagine that teacher that takes a special ed IEP, self-contained student, from a place where they don't write a sentence to where they write an essay. Or when they don't have much self-confidence, and then they stand up in front of an auditorium and they run for an office in my student union. We have seen this happen, and they don't feel like an outsider anymore. And that personality change doesn't take place only with IEP students, it's for everyone. Proudly, we graduated 81% of our students this past June. I think everyone knows that I truly love what I do. I love thinking outside of a box. A former superintendent of mine said, every once in a while, Deirdre, you have to get in that box. And I say, what for?